Hey boys and girls, I want to talk to you a little bit about sign language today because we're learning in our science book about seeing and hearing, things like that. It has to do with our five senses and the way our body works and how God created us in such an amazing and spectacular way. Well, sometimes people can be born not knowing how to hear or not even able to speak. Sometimes there's birth defects that cause that. Sometimes children are born and they can hear, but later in life, something may happen that causes them to lose their hearing. Sometimes loud noises can do that, so that's why it's important to protect your hearing when you are around loud things, especially if you're around loud things a whole bunch, like over and over and over again, or for a long period of time. So you always want to protect your hearing. But for people, and most of you know this because you've met the Turners with ICCD, and you've met Caleb Rohr with ICCD, and you've also, some of you are in the sign language club at school, and you've been learning sign language. So most of you know that that's a way for the deaf to communicate. Not in every country, not everyone has the same opportunities. We're very fortunate here in America to be able to get an education, no matter what kind of disabilities we may have. But in some countries, people who are mistreated really badly, who can't hear or who can't speak, which is called being mute, they're treated very badly. And the reason the Turners and ICCD is involved is because they wanted to make sure that these castaways, these kids that were no longer wanted in their social groups, they mistreat the deaf, and they mistreat the people that have disabilities, and those people aren't given the same opportunities to learn. They're not given the same opportunities to hear about God's word, and a lot of times they're just mistreated and not even allowed to be part of their families. So knowing sign language, if you were going to work with deaf people like Tom and Debbie Turner do, knowing sign language would be very, very important. So I've been on a couple of different mission trips in the past, and the first one I went on was to Jamaica, which was with it was called CCCD at the time, Caribbean Center, Christian Center for the Deaf, I think was what it was, and that included Jamaica back then. So that was my first mission trip, and I also went to Mexico to work on building a deaf school there for the deaf children in Rio Bravo, Mexico. And my first mission trip, though, the whole way there, I didn't know a single bit of sign language, but that whole week that we were working in Jamaica, I got to meet lots of deaf people, lots of Jamaican deaf people. Some were students, some were people that came into the school there to work and to help. And I learned a little bit of sign language there. I don't know a whole lot. I'd like to know a whole lot more. And anyway, it's the beginning thing, or I'd say the first thing to know is the alphabet and how to spell. Because even if you don't know words like boy, see my ball cap? I'm making a ball cap. That's boy. And this is girl with my bonnet strings like they had in Pioneer days. Girl. Even if you don't know words like that, you can spell a lot of times. Like if I wanted to spell my name, I would use the alphabet to explain it to you. So the alphabet, the sign language alphabet, would be the place to start if you want to learn sign language, in my opinion. I'm going to do a little bit of that for you and show you a page, and you can practice this as much as you like, and maybe learn that alphabet. So, and we had this hanging in our classroom too, if you remember. So this is A, got my thumb like this, a fist, A, B, straight up like that, C, it's hard to do on the video, A, B, C, then D has, see how it looks like a D, D, E, E's kind of, that's C, and that's E, kind of scrunches in some, E, okay, F, 3 fingers up, F, G, pointing this way, C, D, F, G, H, I, and then for J you go down and make a hook. And J's a hook. So H, I, J, K, kind of looks like a K, doesn't it? L, definitely looks like an L. M, 3 fingers and my thumb stuck underneath. M, N is 2 fingers. O, looks like an O. And then we've got P, which goes, kind of take your fingers like this, and then you go down. P, sorry, I'm gonna get sideways. P, Q, Q, just 2 fingers down like that, your thumb and this finger pointing down. R, it's like fingers crossed. R, S, now this is A, and this is S. They're almost the same, but the thumb goes in a different place. So that's A, there's S. T, like a T being crossed. U, V. W, look at that, it looks like a W. X. Y, looks like a Y. And then you take your finger and you draw a Z. So A, B, C, D, trying to hold it up right, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So that's your sign language alphabet. So in science this week, when you're learning about hearing, think about people that maybe can't hear and how you can talk to them. You could spell their name like L-U-K-E, spells Luke. Do you know any sign language? Luke's in the sign language club. Is there any words you'd like to share with them? Oh, he said hi. Hi. Or you could say hello. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you can maybe learn your alphabet and spell some things. See you later.